Now I bet I can be heard. It's going out on the live stream. And it's working on Zoom. Didn't see Tony's retracted message. Okay, let me unmute the Zoom homies. Let's try that again. Boy, I forgot all about that. I had muted the Yeti earlier in the day on the Yeti itself.
Is this thing on?
Yes, it is on. It is working.
Oh, okay, good.
There's a white van outside my house.
There's a what?
There's a white van outside
Tony
my
Wallow
house.
said, "Hey Ken."
Oh, you got to be careful of white vans. That's never good. Or is it black vans? I can never remember. Sitting on the street or in your parking lot, or where's it at?
Way out in front of my house.
Oh, okay. Well, I see the new feature that Sam and I worked on, more Sam than I, is working just fine. It is doing, I do not have pop-out chat working tonight, but if you're watching the stream, you're seeing pop-out chat automatically being produced, or whatever the correct terminology is, from StreamerBot. Speaking of StreamerBot, I was working on something earlier today and couldn't get it working, so I gave up on it. I sent Sam 150 Collie. I'm not going to be here very long. Believe me, I've been struggling. I was in the midst of setting up the stream for tonight's stream was canceled. When it dawned on me, I wanted to test the new feature to see if it was going to work or not. So I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. And I've eaten dinner since then, and I feel a little bit better, but I'm still not 100%. So, Long Dog's using a microphone that came with Sound Blaster sound card, and it sits on top of the monitor. Susanna Morjon, proud single. I give up. I seriously give up. I don't know what it is. Slept most of the day. I was on here for a few hours. I did watch Doug this morning. He was on top of the mountain somewhere. Huntington Lake, I think he said. And then I laid down. I wanted to get up about 5. I had some things I wanted to do. And I slept until 7:30. So I do have another idea that I want to continue. Actually, I want to improve.
John Williams said, "Put Alex in the waiting room."
Yeah, no Alex yet. Only heard from him once today. He was at his grandma's ordering Popeye's chicken. So, interesting. Anyway, I want to go back and look at chat real quick. I also want to thank Tony Wallow for gifting out 2 memberships to Ski Man and to NG or Angel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Vlogs. Thank you, Tony. I did not get a chance to do what I was wanting to do earlier today. I might do that right now, though. When I use my Dragon, naturally speaking, I have to mute the audio from the speakers to say what I'm going to say and then turn the speakers back on. You know, probably because if you're using your Dragon, it's going to repeat whatever it hears through the speakers. So if you're watching a live stream and someone says something on the live stream, it can't differentiate between your voice and their voice, I don't think. So it's going to pick up anything at once. Or that it
Tony Wallow said, "You're welcome."
Thank you, Tony. I do appreciate that so much. I need to... Maybe I didn't set up for it. Chris says hello, and it's going to come across the screen. Every chat message comes across the screen now, and hands free. The little gizmo thingy that I used to have to press the button and then press on the message for it to pop up, it's gone. Well, it's not gone. It's just not. I'm not using it tonight. So Long Dog just put in there, and it's going to be, I think we set it up on a 5-second delay, I believe it was. And it'll show, and then it's going to go away. And that so far is working just fine. And that appears to be really good from my perspective, that it's there just long enough for people to catch it. And if they don't catch it, they can either ask me to, can I re-show that, I wonder?
No.
Copy paste won't re-show it?
Oh yeah. Copy paste will re-show it.
Okay.
That works.
All right. Yeah, this gets coming along. I'm debating on whether I want to try to fight through using her account and then seeing if I can give away. I'm going to put my avatar on for just a second. I am going to be here, and we have such riveting chat going on tonight that I don't know if I'll be able to get an edge word in. Do they still make Sound Blaster cards? Chris Garrett, they still make Sound Blaster cards. I have no idea.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Sure
I think
do.
I had one of those in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. It sounds vaguely familiar. I gotta think a minute. I might want to do this after the stream, but I clearly still want to do it.
Yeah, those were from the 90s, but I guess they still make them.
Yeah, I had one way back when. It had to be in, I'm going to say 1999, maybe 2000. It was right after I moved to California with my job. So
I
a while
still
back.
have one. I still have
Excuse
one from
me.
the 90s.
Huh?
Still have one from the 90s in my old
Okay.
computer.
I don't think so.
I've got a box full of stuff. I've got, you know what? I need to check that box too. I've got a speaker set of what I call the
Speaker.
boom box, the bass, and then I think it's got
Bond will
five
be
or
here in
six other
about.
little speakers that go around. Allegedly, it was surround sound.
All right.
So
Okay.
anyway,
Here's a Creative Sound Blaster Audigy FX PCIe 5.1.
Jeff is here. Hello, Jeff. I figured Jeff would be getting some much needed rest. He's got a big trip coming up tomorrow. He's flying back to the East Coast. Well, he's flying back east. I don't think he's going to the coast.
I didn't know he could fly.
Yeah, it's one of his many talents he's got, Chris. He keeps it a secret from everybody. Wintermute says Creative is the name of the company. Hello, Jeff.
Hey,
What time's your
I
flight?
won't be here long, but I thought I'd stick my nose in a minute.
Yep. What time you fly out tomorrow?
6:30. I got to be at the airport at 5, so I'm getting up about 3. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You're going to be, how long are you going to be in New York?
Until Sunday. I'm back Sunday.
All right. It's good. That's a good
The
visit.
graduation is the 28th. The celebrate that they're having some kind of a wingding on the 29th. Then we come back on the 30th. So.
All right. Just you, or are you taking the grandkids with you?
Not taking the grandkids. I couldn't afford all of those. I'm taking my daughter and her friend
Oh,
with
okay.
me.
All right. Alex Cheek joins us only 10 minutes late into the program. What's up, Alex?
Hey, not much. I got a little frustrated today.
Popeye's chicken didn't get delivered on time.
Oh.
No.
Tony Wallow said put
actually,
Alex in the waiting room.
I actually, I ordered I DoorDash Popeyes for us today at my grandma's, and the Popeyes was actually really good. The Popeyes was actually really good. What was bad about it was I also ordered a Sonic slush at the same time, and instead of getting a slush from Sonic that I ordered, I apparently got what I think was somebody else's water. So I called the driver bank, and he said get on the DoorDash app and tell them it was a mistake. They credited the account for their mess up, and then I had to reorder the slush. And and wait however long it was for them to redeliver it. But the second time it was right, but the first time I was a little disappointed. I mean, how do you mess that up? How do you give somebody a water when it's literally
One
written
Fish
on there
26 said put
it's
Alex in
a
the waiting
whatever kind
room.
of slush?
Well, I doubt Sonic itself messed it up. I would imagine the driver of the DoorDash messed it up. He had 2 cups. He knows he's got to deliver 1 cup here and 1 cup there. He probably didn't pay attention to what cup was going where. I'm not standing up or, condoning what the guy did or anything or girl, but I've had a few issues with DoorDash. That's why I will never use DoorDash again. The DoorDash people, the people at the restaurant probably get it right 9 out of 10 times. But the drivers,
I would think it'd be the opposite. I think the restaurant would get it wrong, and because that's been my experience when we go through the drive-through. A lot of times is it'll be wrong.
Could have been at the restaurant. There was 2 or 3 drinks sitting there, and the person grabbed the wrong one.
yeah, we went to, I think it was Five Guys Burgers one time, and when I was waiting for our order to be done, there were 6 or 7 DoorDash drivers come in, and they just walk up and pick up what they think is what they're supposed to be picking up. So if your order got picked up by this DoorDash driver and the other person's order got picked up by your DoorDash driver, again, it's not the restaurant's fault, it's the DoorDash drivers. I'm not saying restaurants can't screw up. I'm sure they have their fair share too. But
anyway, the second time I ordered it, it was a different driver, and it was right too.
And again, you just kind of made my point for me. John says he ordered a pizza for delivery and they delivered to my neighbor 2 times in a row. I ordered it and 1 for pickup. That's funny, John. Speaking of John Williams, he built a really nice looking computer. I think he gave the specs on it a few days ago, but I kind of sort of forgot what they are. John, if you could post those specs in chat, I would appreciate it. Really appreciate that very much because I have forgotten. RB Wonderlass. Hello, RB Wonderlass. That's a new subscriber I picked up last night. Good to see you. Nate the Man. I don't know why I want to say that, Nathan, but Nate the Man 2009 says he's back. Hello, Nate. Welcome back. Tim Tech Wiz joins us in chat. I don't have OBS in front of me right now. I've actually got something else in front of me, so I'm a little behind on chat. If you've said something that's important, put it in highlight at Ken Stout Live, and I will see it. Hopefully.
I know I had the DoorDash deliver a meal to me I didn't order.
I've had more bad experiences than good experiences, so I pretty much I haven't used them now in quite some time. I might give them a shot later on. I don't know. I gave Burger King a 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th shot, and they scred that up. Something.
I will tell you that I can now confirm that the bad Popeyes I got the time before this that I ordered Popeyes when I physically went through the drive-through was because of the time of day. Because this Popeyes I had today was absolutely perfect. The way it should have been the last time we got it at the drive-through.
And I think we tried to tell you that, didn't we? Didn't we tell you that it had something to do with the restaurant? I'll deal with this later because my focus is on that. I may go into a little bit of overtime and see if I can get it to work.
Tomorrow, Kroger is having a grand reopening, and they closed tonight at 9 to get ready.
Do what, Chris? You kind of lost me on that.
You know, they just remodeled. It took over a year and a half to remodel. And closed tonight at 9 and gonna have a grand reopening tomorrow morning or
Okay.
tomorrow.
John's asking me to show a picture of my PC. My PC is now going on, believe it or not, it'll be 3 years old come this July. My PC is nothing to show off. I liked what John's looked like. There's no way to drop a picture in chat, is there? I don't think there is. And then did John post his specs? What am I hearing in the background?
Yes, he did.
All right, I'll go see if I can find them. But before or after the pizza comment?
Can't remember.
I'm looking now. I think it was after. I'm out of sorts tonight. I don't know what it is. Didn't get the grass mowed. It rained. I've never been so happy to see rain in my life. I did not want to go cut the grass this afternoon. It's supposed to rain all morning tomorrow, which will not be good. Oh, there we go. i7 9700, 32 gigabyte of RAM, and a 1650 GPU. Okay. Then you forgot to mention the RGB. I believe I saw RGB. Maybe I thought I saw RGB. I don't know.
Probably something has RGB on it. That can't be. It's almost common every day.
Yeah, I've got Jim. I went with a combination of Jim and Catherine Anna Hauserman's recommendation, and Jim recommended a cooler that's RGB. True Blue, John says, True Blue. And I like it. I mean, I've got the glass case where I can see it, and I like it. And I wouldn't want a lot of RGB. I wouldn't want the fans on front to be RGB, and I wouldn't want the fan on the back and the memory and everything else like I've seen. But I kind of like this. Probably my next build. Do what? Do what, Chris?
Build a computer recently?
No, I built mine in 2021.
Okay.
And Alex left for some reason. I'm going to build another one. I'm hoping this year. We got some things that we want to get taken care of first. Hang on 1 second. That's an
Wintermute said put Alex in the waiting room.
Oh, I can't put him in the
Keith
waiting
said
room.
RGB makes it faster.
Left. RGB makes it faster. I gotta pass this on to Mrs. K. I will be muting the microphone.
So this time with the bomb, I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to try to stay in the tree.
Wintermute said silence.
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna have to. No, we lost audio because I muted myself long ago. I had to tell Mrs. K something on the message that I just got. But I'm actually gonna have to physically go in there and talk to her about it because
Keith said talk amongst ourselves.
That's right, Keith. Talk amongst yourselves. If we could only get that to take place sometimes. And you know what's weird? You guys don't realize this or not, or maybe you do. I'm not sure. After the show ends, you guys talk. Have you ever noticed that? And once again, wait, don't everybody answer at once. Please, raise your hand. I'll call on you.
Actually, no.
Just don't say the cameras are on.
I guess maybe the fact that we aren't live has a little bit to do with it. Given the sophistication of the thing Ken Stout likes to do, would it be better to invest in a workstation motherboard? You're hearing things. No, I'm not hearing things. What? Okay. That voice in my head was just talking to me. I watched a guy today that said, "You guys can't hear this, but I'm hearing everything in my ear," and I'm like, I heard it over the stream, so I don't know what you're hearing. Speaking of watching stuff today, I tried to install something in OBS twice, 2 different ways, and it shows that it's there, but it does not show up in OBS. I'm kind of frustrated about that. May work on that later. I don't know. Just going to depend on how I feel. I do have a project that I'm working on, and I reached out to a creator, and he said it looks good. Needs a little bit of tweaking, which I'm aware it needs tweaking. But I'm happy with how I to the point that it's at. Let's put it that way. Trying to keep up with chat here. Long Dog said something, or Wintermute said something about it's cost prohibitive to Long Dog. Yeah, I don't need anything fancy. I'm just going to build a computer specifically for DaVinci Resolve. This will become streaming only computer, and I'll be set.
We'll see about that.
Well, I mean, what do you mean you'll see about that? Oh, he who just suddenly left and comes back.
I know you'll eventually decide to put something else on it.
So DaVinci Resolve and DaVinci Resolve only. That's all that's going to be there. I can bring this to its knees. I can actually get this to shut itself damn near down with DaVinci Resolve and Zoom and OBS and streaming and this, that, and the other. And I can bring it down. So I will get a machine specifically for DaVinci Resolve.
Sounds like you need Josh's new computer.
Nope. I don't need Josh's new computer. Josh needs a computer. You need a streaming box and a DaVinci box. Yes, I agree, Jim. I do. Josh never should have bought the Nook that he's got, but that's a discussion for another day. And now he's in a predicament where he's waiting on help to get his computer built. And it should solve all of his problems that he wants to do as far as his gaming goes. Lately, his gaming has been kind of torrid to watch on a couple of things. I believe Destiny 2 was one. And then I watched a little bit of what he was doing last night, but not very much. So, anyway. DAW. I'm not sure what DAW means. My next machine mindset is to build a system using a workstation and motherboard. Yeah, I don't need anything that sophisticated. I just need something that I can set over here to my left, have it connect to 1 or 2 of these monitors I have to work on DaVinci stuff and be good. And then that will be that. My son has a YouTube gaming channel. He wants to set up a live stream. This is the place to be for help on that. There are quite a few of us here that can help someone to do that. Now, whether or not he listens or not mentioning any names or anything, or anyone out of Pennsylvania, that's another story. Really, I killed the room again, eh? Okay. I think I'll just start calling it, how many times can I kill the room tonight? Oh, mercy. Has anyone done an exclamation F to see if that still works lately? Yeah, I see that it does. All right. Jim did it, Wintermute did it, Long Dog did it, Chris did it, and I did it. All right.
What does
and
it
still
do?
Works. Do what, Chris?
What does it do?
If you're watching the stream, if you do an exclamation F, it brings up the confetti falling. And then if you do an exclamation J, it brings up the confetti falling, your YouTube icon picture, and it says, well, if you put exclamation
Engrish.
F, exclamation J, it doesn't do anything like I just did.
Which one
such a
puts
dud.
Alex in the waiting room?
Exclamation W. That didn't seem to work earlier tonight. I seen it. Ooh, that was terrible. Grapes
Chris Garrett said put Alex in the waiting room.
No, everybody last night after you left, everybody told me
It does work.
Well, his sound bar sure has troubles.
I'm still not
Yeah.
going to fall for that.
I'm not pushing any buttons,
Chris
Alex. I don't
Garrett
know
said put
what
Alex
you're...
in the waiting room.
There it goes again. So there's a 5-second delay. And after 5 seconds, it kicks in. Goodbye, Alex. Good to see interaction between Long Dog and the new people. I appreciate that. It's good to see the new people checking out the exclamation streamer bot things. That's good to see that as well. Now I got to remember how long I got him timed out for. Oh, mercy. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream. It is 10:27. By the time I end up saying goodbye to everybody, it'll be 10:30. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom, the email's at the bottom of the stream. K Stout Zoom 00, not the letter O.
Tony
the
Wallow
number
said
0,
goodbye, Ken.
at gmail.com. They'll get you the credentials. We'll get you on the panel, and we'd love to have you here. Look at that. 2 of them work at one time. And now, okay, so I've got to resize the icon picture, it looks like, because Jim's is covering up part of the T as well. So let me wrap this up. Welcome all the new people that are new here. Welcome all the new people that are returning new people here. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you, Tony, again, for gifting memberships. Now, I'm going to, as soon as this is over, I'm going to go get Mrs. K's YouTube credentials. I'm going to sign into her account, and I'm going to see if I can buy 5 from her on her account and gift those out specifically to individuals. I may or may not do an unlisted live stream to verify that. I don't know if I have to or not. Sam and I may or may not get together and work on a little problem that I had that I may just push off to that. Alex, you're muted. Nobody can hear a word you're saying, which is not that bad, actually. And speaking of muted, how'd you get muted? I didn't mute you.
I'm muted.
Ken got a haircut.
You mean a beard cut?
I shaved my beard a week ago Sunday. I will regrow it starting July 1st. I do not have a haircut. I still have my long hair. We haven't even trimmed it lately. Do what, Ghetto?
You could have it pulled back.
I always have it pulled back unless I just get out of the shower, and then Mrs. K doesn't want me tying it up when it's wet, so I leave it down. Anyway, I want to say goodnight to everybody on YouTube. Thank you again, Tony. Thank you, everyone, for returning. I want to say goodnight to the Zoom homies, Bill, Little Richie Rich, Sam, Ghetto, Greg Guy, Jeff Ryman. Hey, Jeff, real quick, are you going to try to log in on your phone while you're traveling about the country?
I'm not. I may watch the stream on the phone. I'm not sure I'll get into Zoom.
Okay. Just wondered. No big deal.
It depends. There's going to be some stuff going on in the evening. We're having a graduation party for my granddaughter. And
oh yeah, you're going to be busy, no doubt about that. Does not matter who gifts, you cannot.
Well, I am taking my laptop. I did not get the new battery put in.
So, really,
the old battery works, but it's just pretty weak. So,
well, it could be like the laptop I have. It's got to be plugged in at all times to work.
Well, I'm going to have, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, like the battery's 100% right now, but if I didn't leave it plugged in, it would run down pretty quickly.
Mine's real quick. When you pull the plug out, it's dead.
I did get a new battery. I wanted to get the kind recommended by Jim, and I was not able to get one of those. They had 2 links when I Googled that. One was for Europe and one was for the US, and the US link was sold out. It was Ninja Bat or something like that. So we'll see if this works or not.
Well, have safe travels and enjoy going back to New York. Or BH Ringer, the question I have is, so Tony Wallow gifted 2 memberships today. One went to Ski Man, one went to Angie, I can't pronounce the name, who ironically are both subscribers to the channel. Now, is that just luck of the draw? Or does Tony know something that we don't know? If it's luck of the draw, then that's pretty good because you got lucky yesterday and that he gifted one to you as well. So right now he's batting 300. Well, 100%, I guess. Not sure how that would work. Anyway, luck of the draw. Okay, luck of the draw. That sounds good. I'm still going to experiment with it. I mean, I got to buy him to give him out under her account, right? So it's a win-win situation. Although that sounds kind of bad. I might not do that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for being here again. Thank all the Zoom homies. I think I got to everybody's name. I don't know if I mentioned Alex or not, or Chris or not, or Darren for that matter. Thank you so much. We're going to improve the streamer bot. When I say we, with Sam's help, I'm quite sure we can get this to where I kind of want it to be. And we may experiment with it and take a vote with the homies. I don't know. Kinstyle Live is the only thing using your PCI slot in your motherboard. Is the only thing using your PCI slot in your motherboard the graphics card? You only have, yes, I only have one graphics card, and yes, it's the only PCI slot that's being used for now. I don't know off the top of my head why I would want to even think about using the other PCI slots. It's not going to help me with DaVinci. Possibly maybe putting a USB card in there might help. I'm not sure about that even. I've got a USB hub and it seems to do okay. We'll discuss. There we go. How is the art? This is good. This is great. We're into a little bit of overtime and we're getting some questions from the crowd. This is fantastic.
I have a comment for Long Dog suggestions.
Long Dog, I know it goes over my head. Thank you, Long Dog.
No, I mean, I know what a workstation motherboard is, but I've actually almost seriously considered getting an EPYC server CPU from AMD. But those are really freaking expensive.
Bobby Warren said, "Hey Ken."
So I don't think it'll ever
happen. Bobby. And yes, Long Dog, a lot of the technical stuff is over my head, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm not a geek.
Well, I don't know how you get over Ken's head. He's pretty tall.
Mentally, it goes over my head. Let's put it that way. Mentally. Don't waste your time
old
with
age.
GPU.
We won't talk about mental at all.
Right. Jim and I, we've talked about the new build and the graphics card it's going to have, and it's going to have a pretty hefty graphics card in it. That's probably where a big chunk of my money is going to go because I don't want to buy something that 2 weeks into it I'm like, doggone it, I should have bought this one. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I've seriously got to change the logo when someone puts an exclamation J in because the logo is covering up the name. Or maybe I could move it. I think I can move it, right? Can I not move that? Go, don't everybody answer me once. Please, please, take your time. Think about this a second.
You can move it.
Thank you, Sam. All right, somebody drop an exclamation J in, please. It's going to take him probably 15 minutes to say goodbye. Well, I can certainly take a hint. Believe me, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I can take hints.